Thanks for choosing this free Anfield Index podcast. If you'd prefer to listen to this or any of our other shows without adverts, then now's the time to check out Anfield Index Pro. With AI Pro, you can supercharge your entire listening experience. You'll not only get all of our podcasts without the ads, but you'll have them far faster with our quick publish feature available exclusively for subscribers. AI Pro also puts you in the heart of our sound studio, with an option to listen to many of our shows live and interact with the podcasters in real time as the shows are recording. Upgrading couldn't be easier. AI Pro is available on all popular podcast platforms, and we have our own apps for Apple and Android. Just head on over to AnfieldIndexPro.com and get started today.
Hello and welcome to the Daily Red, your lunchtime catch-up on all things Liverpool FC on a Thursday on which Liverpool will take on RB Leipzig at the Red Bull Arena in Germany. So Liverpool have named a 31-man squad for the next two games, which are against Leipzig and then against Salzburg. Diogo Jota, Caoimhín Kelleher and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain are omitted due to ongoing injuries, but Alisson, Calvin Ramsey and Joey Gomez have all been past fit to fly. Alisson is part of the squad, but 5 goalkeepers have been named, so it's unlikely that he will play any part in the games, maybe in the Salzburg game, but certainly not tonight. So the squad is goalkeepers Alisson, Adrian, Davies, Hughes and Mrozic. Defenders Van Dijk, Konate, Matip, Gomez, Phillips, Vandenberg, Alexander-Arnold, Robertson, Tsimikas, Ramsey and Mabaya. Midfielders Thiago, Henderson, Fabinho, Keita, Milner, Jones, Elliott, Morton and Basetic, and forwards Salah, Nunez, Diaz, Firmino, Carvalho and Cade Gordon included in the group. So should be strong teams, and obviously you're going to want to give some of the youngsters an opportunity as well. There is obviously a new goalkeeper in that mix. It is Liam Hughes, who joined Liverpool from Celtic in January of last year and was playing for the under-23s, but spent the second half of last season on loan at Stalybridge Celtic. So another talented young goalkeeper for the Reds. This is Anfield have put together 2 potential lineups for tonight. So the first one, Adrian, Trent, Ibu, Virgil, Robbo, Naby, Fabinho, Thiago, Salah, Nunez, Diaz, which, to be fair, other than Adrian in for Alisson, that is our strongest 11. So would be quite interested to see that. The second half 11 would then be Davies, Milner at right back. I'd rather see Ramsey get some games, though he is probably still unavailable. Matip, Gomez and Tsimikas, Morton, Henderson and Jones as the midfield, Elliott, Firmino and Carvalho up front. I think that is probably the best way to get 60 minutes out of that first 11 and then give the rest somewhere in the region of 30. This is Anfield have also put together 10 things to know. So there's team news, how Liverpool could line up. And again, it's, suggested lineup. Austria, Jurgen Klopp's favourite camp. Klopp loves going to Austria, absolutely loves it. And I think if he had his way, our entire pre-season would take place in Austria. What happened in training this week? So it was a good piece there. At what stage are RB Leipzig at in their pre-season? So they beat Southampton after 105 minutes over the weekend. 105 minutes. Bizarre. I don't know why that happened, but it did. Back to where it all began for Naby and Ibu. It actually began for Naby at Salzburg more so than at Leipzig, but, it is what it is. Klopp not worried at all about Nunez, and rightly so. I mean, anybody who's worried about him at this point after 2 30-minute cameos really does need to give the head a bit of a shake. Last time we played Leipzig, we beat them 2-0 in both legs of a Champions League last 16 tie to progress to the quarterfinals. where we were defeated by Real Madrid. And then there's a bit about the Red Bull Arena, and there is a live blog which Henry Jackson will be doing, going live from 5:45 p.m. and the kickoff is scheduled at 6:15 p.m. On Liverpool.com then, again, the insistence on comparing everything between Liverpool and City. Man City cannot match Liverpool best Liverpool transfer that proves Jurgen Klopp edge over Guardiola. It's a piece about Andy Robertson. Why you couldn't just write about Andy Robertson, I don't know. Predicted team for tonight: Luis Diaz signing leads Liverpool to 9 million transfer discount. Jurgen Klopp is about to scout 97 million RB Leipzig duo who could complete his Liverpool team. Christopher Nkunku and Dominic Szoboszlai are the two pictured. Szoboszlai will be very interesting to me. FSG have played a Liverpool transfer blinder, and Frankie de Jong and Raheem Sterling prove it. Again, I just don't understand why they have to do things like this. Julian Ward has another Jared Bowen to monitor for Liverpool after 20 million transfer confirmed. I assume this is about Keane Lewis-Potter, who's just signed for Brentford from Hull, same club that Jared Bowen came from. It is indeed Keane Lewis-Potter. Liverpool have transfer fixed for crazy Jude Bellingham fight. Okay. Liverpool can seize on Spurs' fire sale as 2 transfer bargains would fix Jude Bellingham issue. If I sound weird, I'm not feeling very well. I don't have COVID yet, or I'm testing negative, but I may well have it, so that's why I sound weird. Liverpool are playing waiting game on ideal Roberto Firmino replacement as FSG take £34 million gamble. Martin Terrier is not an ideal Bobby Firmino replacement. And there's a piece here about Yevhen Konoplyanka, who, as you'll all remember, should have signed for Liverpool years ago, and then the owner of his club backed out of the deal at the last minute, refused to sign the paperwork, and we ended up missing out on the player, and in the end we missed out on the league title by a narrow margin. Not saying he would have made much of a difference, but he would have helped. Worth noting that club went bankrupt in 2019 and was dissolved. So, good enough for them. Screw us over, good enough for you. On AnfieldIndex.com, a bunch of new podcasts, new Moby on the Spot, new Rival Recon, a Pro Plus looking at the ticketing scheme, and there is a new AI Scouted, which is maybe the only podcast in which you will ever hear Diego Maradona discussion be followed by James Milner discussion. So check that out. And that is me for today, folks. I'll hopefully be back tomorrow, but if I'm full of COVID, I might not be able to do too much. So you might have Guy. But either way, there'll be something tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.
We hope you enjoyed listening to this Anfield Index show. Please be sure to subscribe to our channel so future podcasts find their way to your device automatically. There's nothing quite like fan engagement, and we'd love to know what you think of anything discussed on this show. The best way to get in touch is over on our free Discord community, where both podcasters and listeners debate the hottest LFC topics 24/7. Sign up free now at AnfieldIndex.com/Discord. You won't regret it. You can also follow us on Twitter at Anfield Index and find us on Facebook by searching for Anfield Index. Oh, and before you go, we'd love it if you could leave us a 5-star review on your favourite podcast app. It only takes a couple of seconds, and it means the world to the people who create these free shows.